Good morning, sir.
Good morning. Good morning, everybody. And a few words I want to say before I leave you guys for the next 15 minutes. And just to remind you what we are doing here, we are doing empowering morning conversations. And this is for us to get empowered and be positive and have a life of ease, joy, and glory. You know, I just want to remind you that each and every one of you is a wonderful, magnificent, extraordinary human being who deserves to be loved and respected for who you are. You know, and when we are meeting another human being, it's good to remind ourselves that I am also meeting someone like me who is a wonderful, magnificent, extraordinary human being. Yeah, so in our Indian tradition, when we say namaste, we are reminding ourselves that, you know, we are meeting a wonderful, magnificent, extraordinary human being. Or when we use words of honor like G or whatever, right? Sometimes we forget, you know, in the humdrum busyness of life, we sometimes forget that here is a human being who deserves to be loved and respected for who he is. So I'm reminding myself that I'm respecting this person, just in case I forget. All right, guys. So you can just start the conversation. I'll be back in 10 minutes to join. I have to say.
Sir, before you leave, just a quick word.
Yeah.
Just on a lighter note, somebody is going to take a sample of Sukdeepak. I don't know how much they are going to feel. That's wonderful, magnificent, and extraordinary. Take care, sir. Bye. Good morning, everyone.
Good morning.
Wonderful. That's an energetic good morning, Hasinaji. We are very so happy.
I'm
Yes.
so happy to be with you all. I'm very happy to be with you all.
We are so happy to be with you. And let us rise energy and we will do laughter exercise. We have a great expert, Kunenji, with us.
Yes.
Before that, I want to check our energy level. I want you to say, each one, good morning in an energetic way. Can you go ahead, Hasinaji first?
Good morning.
Good morning.
Next. Dashna ji.
Good morning.
Yes, ji. Who else? Next.
Good morning, all the G's.
G's and jazz.
Yeah, now writing our turn. Yeah, full energy, 100%.
Good morning, everybody.
Good morning, Batraji. Reddy sir, we want to hear your energetic good morning.
Good morning, sir.
Good morning. Pilanaji.
Good morning.
Wow. Milanji. It is also a test who is near to the mic.
Yeah.
Vetravelji, it looks like you have swallowed the mic and talking.
It means you are not hearing or you are hearing too much.
Oh, I mean, I am hearing it as if you are speaking on my eardrum.
Exactly. That is what rising the energy, you know.
fully loaded.
Wonderful. With that energy, all the wonderful, magnificent and extraordinary people, let's get into our own exercise. Kunenji, please go ahead.
But Vetriji, before that, we want you also to come on camera so that we get energy from you by looking at you.
Wow.
Anyway, as sir has told that we have to start the conversation, and which has been already started. So thank you, Vetriji, for putting the energy into this conversation by asking us to say good morning with powerful energy. And I think we all are powerful, wonderful, magnificent, and extraordinary human being, as Sukdeepak sir has time to time, every time has mentioned, and we all know. So again, let me welcome you all on behalf of Sukhdeepak sir, Sukhdeepak Malwai. And today is session number 156. And as you can see on the screen, the topic also sir has given reaction or action, which we will discuss later. But on behalf of Sukhdeepak Malwai, I welcome you all on today's conversation of empowering morning conversation. And as sir has always mentioned, it has a purpose. And purpose is nothing but, as you all know, to shift ourselves from default mode of negativity to the positivity. Because when we go out in the world, there are negativities surrounding us. And we not only need to defend the negativities, but also be extra careful so that the negativities of the world don't influence us. But we, with the positivities, we all magnificent, wonderful, extraordinary human beings, we influence the world with our positivities. And that's what sir has always mentioned time to time, again and again, that we all have the power to generate the positivity. So let's do the generation of energy as Vetri requested with the exercise of laughter. And you all know. And today I'll request Shiv Prasad Reddy ji to take the charge, and then I will follow and we all will follow the laughter exercise. Shiv Prasad Reddy Garu.
Thank you, sir. Good morning, everyone.
Very good morning.
See, once I say 1, 2, 3, we have to laugh silently to the maximum possible extent. So be ready. 1, 2, 3.
Oh, laugh. Come on, you can do better. Wow, it gives a tremendous instant shift in energy. Very good. So welcome back once again. We have already started the conversation. Now we are energized, and we can also start the conversation. Vetriji, we have already started, so please join us. And yesterday was the discussion. What was the discussion yesterday, Gautam ji? Do you remember? Sir had left a question with all of us, and that was how much are you still judging?
Judging, yes.
And sir has always told us to be in the awareness state to know that judgment of self and others are the always challenging, which creates the problem in our life. So we have to be careful, because judgment comes in a very subtle manner. We don't realize that we are judging self and others. Though we attempt to be aware that we will not judge, but still we judge. So the question was asked that, how much are you still judging? So let me start with myself. I was thinking about my thought process throughout the day, and frankly speaking, I am still judging. It's really challenging to completely get rid of the mind state of not in the judgment state. It's very challenging. So we have to learn more from Sukhdeepak sir to how to ensure that we are always in the state where we claim that we are in a flow. And as sir has given the mantra that we
Okay,
be.
Suresh wants to share. Why don't you let him?
Yes, Sureshji.
Yes. Judgment is always there, in every situation. And what I feel is not to judge is also a judgment.
Not to judge is a choice.
Yeah, it is a judgment, what we are doing against a situation or person. It is also a judgment that we should not judge.
Well, judgment is something.
Okay. Let me tell him something about this.
Better, sir.
You have a choice whether you want to judge or you don't. Okay.
Uh,
If you judge, there are consequences that it will reduce your awareness.
yes, sir. Yeah.
So you make your choice, no? You want to continue to judge or you want to free up your awareness so that more possibilities will come in your life.
Yeah.
So it's not a judgment. It's a choice we are making. That
Yeah.
if I continue to judge,
Yeah.
so that way you can use semantics to say anything, no?
Yeah. Yes. Yeah.
So the important thing is, are you judging?
With the awareness, I'm judging.
Yeah. So if you are aware that you're judging, is it also not possible to stop judging?
Yeah, depending on situation, sir. Like results, what we get.
Okay, fine.
Well, what I have learned basically is that when I am in the judgment state, I am putting my thought and considering that thought to be accurate, correct, and I'm not giving any value or importance to the situation and the thoughts of someone else. So when I am rigid with my thoughts, my opinion, that this is what correct at this moment about a person, about a situation, then I'm in the judgment state.
Yeah, not only that, how are we qualified to judge? And what is the basis of our judgment? You understand the meaning of that, Suresh? What is the basis of our judgment? What is the yardstick? I mean, are we a judge? God gave us the tarazu to judge. So if you see, you are only judging on the basis of your own past knowledge, right?
Yeah.
It may be valid or invalid in this present time.
Yeah.
All right. Like in the past, if a woman's husband was dead, then they would judge that she should do sati. That was maybe relevant in that time. And if she did not do the sati, then she would be condemned.
Yeah.
Yeah. So you want to check that if your yardstick, I mean, how are you judging? At least the judge has a lot of law books to refer to.
Yeah.
So you and I, what are we referring to? Our own made
Our
up.
own. Yes. Yes.
So how much valid is that? First of all, I will ask you, who gave you the right to judge yourself?
I myself.
Yeah, but that's a, you are judging yourself from your own yardsticks, right?
Yeah.
So maybe you are judging yourself wrongly, no?
Yeah. Sometimes, or many times.
All the time, I can promise you.
Yeah.
See, if you are judging that I'm a great guy, that is also judgment. If you are judging that I'm a useless guy, that is also a judgment.
Yeah.
The problem with the judgment is not whether the judgment is right or wrong, Suresh.
Okay.
The problem with judgment is it is limiting possibilities.
Yeah. I mean, what I feel is like when I am judging, I should, I should judge the other person or thing as I judge myself. I mean,
No, not necessary. Just know that it's a judgment.
okay.
Judgment is limiting.
Yeah.
See, you have a judgment about somebody in the family, right? Will that judgment ever allow you to have a great relationship with that person?
Never. If I want them to, I mean, my judgment, if I want to do, some betterment to their situation, I think that will be. Yeah.
So you notice that judgment is not useful, but it is a choice you can exercise.
Yeah.
Suppose you are selecting somebody for a job, you may want to judge their capability.
Yes.
That's a different matter.
Yeah. Yeah.
Thank you.
Even kindness also, sir. I mean, if we have more kindness towards some person, though they are doing wrong. We think, we should keep helping them, to bring to the normal track.
So good. Suresh, thank you very much, because
Yeah.
this particular, what you are talking will help us to distinguish for you at some time
Yeah.
something called allowance.
Yeah.
So we keep talking about allowance,
Okay.
People understand what is acceptance. Some people even don't understand what is acceptance.
Yeah.
But allowance is something more than acceptance. And you
Yeah.
can be in allowance of someone only when you don't judge them.
Yeah.
Okay, now somebody may ask me, sir, why should I be in allowance? That we will discuss.
Okay. Fine. Yeah.
Okay, because today's topic is not that. And once you understand the importance of being in allowance in life and how much power it gives you,
Yeah.
then you will understand the negative role that judgment has always played, because you cannot be in allowance as long as you are judging. Anna?
Yes. Yeah. Yeah. Exactly.
Great, thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Mr. Kunen, Rama, Vetrivel, please carry on.
Thank you, sir. Thank you so much for the insights. What I am taking away from this conversation right now is that which I have to practice to be not in the judgmental mind state. So if I am in any moment interacting with someone, so if I can create the feelings of compassion, love, with the understanding that the other person is also creation of God, he has the God element, and he is a wonderful, magnificent, and extraordinary person, my feeling of being judgmental will be reduced by the awareness of this fact. So with this, I will request Vetri, he is back on camera.
Thank you, Kunenji. It was so powerful. Thank you, sir. All the wonderful, magnificent, and extraordinary people. Thanks to Suresh ji, he started a very good conversation. I have a quick word to Suresh ji. Suresh ji, you started about the judgment, and I make it like you take ownership. All is fine. I just want to ask you a simple question. There is a difference between gold and jewelry, right? It may help you to understand. That's how I understand. If you are willing, you can take it. There is a difference between gold and jewelry, right? Gold is being open, being you. You have got choice with you. You can become anything. But when you become a jewelry, one particular jewelry, you have to live with that jewelry, right? And we create that reality, and we complain about life that I am like this, I am like this. I want a ring, but I have become a necklace. Who made you to become a necklace? Because my father was a necklace, my grandfather was a necklace, so I have become necklace. No need. You are a pure gold. That is what the CMC, that is what all great people are coming and telling us time and again. Don't choose. Choose, don't judge. Becoming a particular entity is a judgment. So are we happy with ourselves, with the current reality? We can say openly, yes, but inner heart, we know that we have something in us and we want to change something and we want a betterment. That is the reason why we are waking up in the morning and coming to meet all great people and doing something wonderful. So in that case, if you understand difference between gold and jewelry, you made of jewelry, then it's a judgment. If you're being a pure gold, you have a choice and you can expand, and all life is awaiting for you. Hopefully you will get more and more, and all of our life becomes peace, joy, and glory. With that, let us get into the discussion. And Kunenji rightly reminded, are we still judging?
Vetriji, I want to say one thing. Gold is gold and jewelry is jewelry. Like if
you contemplate it, Surejji. I also don't have any answer for you, but I can assure you, if you stay in this question or stay in this statement, you may get something, because now whatever we have is limited. And we are let us be open and let something good come to us. It could be a good understanding.
Yeah, I want to share my
One of the
feeling.
things, you can stop doing at this moment, if you are doing it, is called I am right. Okay. So a lot of times, we concluded, we judged that I'm right. and then we are trying to prove ourselves right. So when we are in an inquiry, there is no need to prove right or wrong. Just examine it, see what shows up for you. And what Vetrivel has said is a very, very, very profound thing, by the way. Let me tell you. We are pure gold, right? And we want to become some jewelry. Jewelry is also gold, no doubt.
Yeah.
But it got limited to a particular form, no?
Yeah.
Just like the consciousness is everything, you are a consciousness which is infinite being, has decided to become jewelry called body, mind, emotions. Are you getting it?
Yeah.
So when you are typecasting or judging or slotting or categorizing right and wrong, good and bad, right? I like, I don't like, I agree, I do not agree. Then you are limiting this infinite being, which can be anything by choice. But we are getting limited by our own judgments, no? So that's what he's saying, you dwell on it. Okay, you don't have to give any answer right now. Think about it, see how it applies to your life. All right?
Okay. Yeah, thank you.
Yeah, please carry on. Vetrivel, Kasa has got his hands raised, and after that, Shakti has got her hands. So
Thank you, sir. Thank you very much. That is a profound explanation which helps everyone. Let us all be in that question. Let the universe source us the answer. Kasa, go ahead.
Swami Vitriyananda, it was awesome. Hello?
Yeah.
Good
Sir, am I
morning,
audible?
Kasa. Wonderful. We want to hear your that wonderful laughter. Go ahead.
Let it come. Let it come. Let it come. No, what you said was awesome. You know, EMC is a platform where Jewel can remold by itself and can take a new shape. And someone might say, I'm not even gold, I'm just a metal. We agree that you're a metal, and this is an alchemy to transform you from a metal to gold. That possibility also is there. Someone even might think, oh, I'm not even a metal, I'm just a piece of sand. Yes, we agree. For that also, this is a possibility to become a metal, and from a metal to transform into gold. From, if you think you're a jewelry, every possibilities are here. In each stage, for each stage, there is a process. Just believe in the process and just be living with it. The transformation will be a byproduct of it. Thank you.
Wonderful.
Shakti is next.
Yeah, wonderful context as well as with the right energy. Beautiful. Shakti, we would like to hear from you.
Yeah, good morning, sir. Good morning, everyone. Are we still judging? For that question, yes, sir. Most of the time, I'm judging. After attending this Good to Great program, that awareness is there. Yeah, I'm judging. Then immediately I stop judging. It's like I'm telling to myself, that's an interesting point of view I'm having. Once I'm telling those statements, I feel that I'm not agreeing with them or disagreeing with them, but I feel immediately light. And then it's like I'm able to listen to them. Before I will go to default mode. It's like I will resist. Even what they are trying to convey, I won't listen it at all. Now I'm able to listen it, but I need to be in practice. That's the most important thing I feel. Now I'm having that awareness. I'm judging. That's all from my side, sir.
Thank you, Shakti. Very deep. Who is next? Are you still judging? Come on. I see Darshana ji is smiling.
I don't think there's anybody I know who doesn't judge. It is only the degree of judgment. I know I judge myself very critically. I judge myself more. And also, when you judge, can I go back to influencing and connecting the two?
Yes, yes.
See, when the question was asked, are we influenced or are we the influencer? So I realized that I am the influenced one. And I said I would like to be the influencer. But now I realize that to be an influencer, you got to be like judgment and influencing go together. When you want to influence a person, obviously first you are judging that person.
Never. If you do judging, you will never be able to influence anyone. Let me tell you this.
But if you want to change the person to your way of thinking,
No, but you
initially,
don't. That is not influencing.
then exactly what is influencing?
Your way of thinking is not the only way of thinking, right?
Correct. But if you want to influence a person, obviously, like if you want to influence me, you will influence me in whatever way you think that you can influence me. But for that, you have to judge me for what I am in your eyes.
Judge people, then I would be leaving most of them and saying it's a waste of time.
But that is your thought on judging. But for a
take it out.
Normal common person, now if I want somebody to go to my way of thinking by influencing,
it's not your way and it's not their way either. You know, see, Darshana ji, now we've really got into a wonderful conversation. We live in a world of polarity, you know. In this world, either I'm right or they are right. Okay?
Okay.
So you take any situation, it's not their way or your way, right? It is a way that works for everyone.
But then when you want to influence a person, what do you want to influence a person for?
Can I, sir?
Wait, now I'm interacting with her. Let me finish. Right? When you want to influence, let's take a practical situation from your life, right?
Okay.
Now, maybe something is happening which is not working. It's not working only for you. It's not working for everybody. Correct?
Okay.
So here is a situation. Now, when I say everybody means it includes the person whom you're trying to influence also.
Right.
Isn't it? It includes everybody. Nobody is left out of it. So what we are doing is, when I want to, let's say that you are doing something which is harming everybody, including you. Correct?
Right.
In that case, why do I have to judge you to influence you? In fact, if I judge you, you will resist whatever I try to tell you. Okay? Now, what?
Initially, you will acknowledge that what I am doing is wrong. That is also judging.
No, why should they acknowledge that they are doing wrong? That's what I'm saying. The moment we get into this right, wrong, good and bad, influencing becomes almost impossible because they'll keep on insisting that they are right. You see?
No, you don't have to tell them. You don't have to tell them, but in your mind, you are judging them.
Darshana ji, now I agree with you that we've all been judging people from the time we were 3 years old. Okay. So it's very hard to be in a world where we don't judge. Okay. Now I've been through this thing for 30 years where, you know, I was judging people and I was trying to influence them. They never got influenced. Okay. When I stopped judging them, it became possible for me to find out what is it that they want, and how is it aligned with what I also want and what everybody else also wants.
Okay.
That is when they will get influenced. As long as I'm judging them, I will never find out what they want and why they behave the way they do. Because remember one thing, everybody wants the same thing if you're able to reach that core of their being. But we'll never reach the core of their being as long as we are judging. Now, I agree that we are very automatic in our, judging of people, right? We always feel, oh, they are doing something wrong, so I should, change them. I should correct them. Okay. This is our judgment talking. But why should you change them? I'm saying they also don't want to suffer, isn't it?
Right.
Suppose somebody is suffering, they also don't want to suffer. So instead of judging them, or let me ask you something, Darshana ji, if you did not judge those people, what will become possible? Don't give me an answer today.
Okay.
Give me an answer after reflection. Like there are people in your life you are judging, you want to change them, correct? and you want to use a tool called influencing to change them. Correct?
Right.
So
So
you're
not
motivated to
necessarily
change
change
them.
them, but to make them see your point of view.
Yeah, but judgment will never allow you to see their point of view, you see. And unless you are able to see their point of view, they are never going to be influenced by you. Because they'll be busy trying to thrust their point of view on you. That is where the problem is, no? They have a point of view, they are trying to convince you about their point of view. You have a point of view, you're trying to convince them about your point of view. So nobody is actually influencing anybody. We are only causing more and more resistance, angst, anger, stress for everybody. That's what will happen. Now, my question to you all, not only to Darshana ji, is when we stop judging, what will become possible? That is what you have to find out practically. Theoretically, everybody will say, oh, when I stop judging, more possibilities will show up. Everybody will say that. My request to everybody is, be in that possible. When I stop judging someone, what will become possible? When I stop judging someone, what will become possible? There are people in your life you would like to change them. Like Suresh has somebody he wants to change. You have somebody you want to change. Somebody else has somebody, Niti has somebody they would like to change. Right? If you look at the base of it, you will find there's always a judgment over there. That is why nothing is changing. Now, what if you stop judging? Then what will happen? So that is the question I want you to start thinking about, ladies and gentlemen, is that when I drop my judgment, what is going to become possible for not only for me, because we've got to stop thinking only about myself. What will become possible for everybody who's involved? When I stop judging, what will become possible for everyone who's involved? Yeah, and you don't even listen to me from, oh, Sukhdeepak is trying to say that I am wrong in my thinking. No, I'm not. I'm simply saying what will happen when you stop judging? What will become possible in life? Okay?
Okay.
For me, judging or not judging is nothing to do with right or wrong or good or bad. I'm saying if we are judging, certain possibilities are cut out. If we stop judging, certain possibilities will appear. You know, so for example, if I have a very angry person in my life, okay, and my approach to them is they are an angry person, I don't like them, this is very bad, I should make them change. They will never change. And I'm talking from my practical experience.
Okay.
Right? The moment I stopped judging that angry person, at that moment, I started seeing so many wonderful things about that person, and it opened up a possibility, right, that this is something they also are not able to handle. Okay. And the wonderful thing is that when I was in that space of non-judgment, they actually told me, look, I can't help this behavior, please help me.
Okay.
Right? So now they're asking me, do I need to influence them? They are asking for it. You know, that would have never happened as long as I would have kept on judging them and coming from, see, when we try to judge someone, the way of our influencing is come, I will fix you. No, I'm very God sent messenger to come and fix you. Nobody likes anybody to come and fix them.
How you do it. It comes that it's not the how, it's not the what, but it is the how.
Yeah, that how will get influenced by your judging, you see. That's the problem. So let's not, you know, we can have an endless discussion on this. My request to you is start thinking, what will become possible when I stop judging?
Okay.
Right? When you stop judging, you will be in allowance of that person.
Okay.
When you are in allowance of that person, it allows for very closeness and deep intimacy and understanding in that relationship. Right? That's the time you will be mutually influencing each other for the greater good. Okay, sorry I kept you waiting, Milanji. Now you can please go ahead and share your views. Darshana ji, thank you very much. That's a very powerful question because a lot of people are sitting quietly, not asking. You know, I admire you that you ask and you say your mind. That's the way you should be. Don't change.
Thank you.
Hats off to Darshana ji for having asked this question. And I'm sorry I showed lot of urgency in terms of pitching in. My apology, I shouldn't have done that. Thirdly, the moment I start a relationship or whatever of influencing somebody which does not emanate from a position of my ego, then in that case, this is simple, it's not judging. Because I don't have to judge somebody, I don't have to judge somebody to influence him. It's a question of choice I take, that I actually relate to him for the purpose of influencing him. It's a position of empathy. I mean, I'm not emanating from a position of ego. The moment I stop doing this, the moment I discipline my mind, that I'm not operating from a position of ego, that that person is wrong and I'm to influence him, then the entire problem of judging this thing gets resolved. Number three, the question that Shukdeepak ji asked is, what is the possibility? The moment I stop judging somebody, I build a relationship. I make friends. Therefore, that itself is $1 million this thing for me, the moment I stop judging, and then I begin my life from there. Thank you very much.
Thank you for sharing. Now, see, one very important thing which I want to say to all is, you forget about the judging of others you do, for God's sake. We are incessantly judging ourselves, and very critically that too. Right? What will become possible when you stop judging yourself? Think about that. See, for example, you could be in a situation, things are not going well around you. Okay? And you are judging yourself and saying, oh, I'm a bad parent, these things are happening, you know, I'm not able to fix this problem, I'm a bad person. Will it allow you to fix it? Like a lot of parents, they are feeling terrible because the children are not getting good marks. Right? So they are judging themselves harshly. Okay? So not only are they judging their children, they are judging themselves also. How much room is there for any possibility? So start the inquiry by saying, okay, what will happen when I stop judging myself? You'll find something very, very interesting happening when you stop judging yourself. And a very simple way to stop yourself from judging yourself is, you know what? Ask yourself, who the hell are you to judge yourself, man? Are you God? If God was judging you, he would have, destroyed you by now. If God was judging you the way you are judging yourself, you would not exist on this planet anymore. So if he is allowing you to be here, there must be something all right about you, isn't it? So what am I judging myself for? And who gave me the right to judge myself? Myself. Like God came and told you, okay, Mr. Vitrivel, Mr. Lee, Miss Leela, Kunen, you should judge yourself all the time, God has put them inside my head, the, yardstick for judging. A lot of times we confuse conscience with judgment, okay?
Oh,
A lot of people will say, if I don't have a conscience, I'll do all wrong things. Conscience is not judgment. Conscience is a awareness. Conscience will always tell you, when you're telling a lie, you will feel heavy. It's not about good and bad. It's an awareness. Hello, this is not light for you. Don't do it. Right? If you're cheating someone, you will feel heavy. That's an awareness. It's not a judgment. It's just an awareness. Okay, boss, you want to do this? So a lot of people have this wrong idea, I suppose even I used to have it, that if I'm not judging myself, I'll go haywire and I'll become a bohemian. I'll be a fellow who will not follow the norms of nature and laws of man. I'll become a lawless fellow, So when this question about not judging was put on me, this is what I thought. So I don't blame you if you're thinking like that. So that's fine. But there is a way to distinguish it. Right? The way to distinguish it is, don't mix it up with your conscience. Listen to the voice of your conscience and do what your awareness tells you to do. There's no need to judge after that. Look at all our judgments about ourselves. Huh? They always happen after the deed is done. Have you noticed it? You're always judging after doing something. First, you will get the bad thought, then you will judge yourself. Oh, I had a bad thought. That is not okay. So if you are such a great judge of yourself, how come you didn't do the bad thought in the first place? So the problem is not the judging or not judging. The problem is low awareness. If I'm aware of what I'm doing, my conscience will tell me before I do something which is not okay. Now, what are we doing normally in life? Doing something which is not okay and then judging ourselves. You know, when I was in school, no, I should have studied hard and got 90% marks so that I could have got admission to the medical college and become a doctor. I'm a useless fellow because I never studied when I was in school. I mean, what good is that judgment going to do to anyone? So at that time when I was supposed to study, I never had the awareness. Okay, hello, where are you putting your attention? Right? So my submission to you, wonderful, magnificent, extraordinary friends, is can you stop judging yourself so that your awareness is high? When your awareness is high, you will find out even before you do something wrong. Then there is no need to judge yourself at all. You check what I'm saying. You are judging. Are you judging before doing the act or are you judging after doing the act? Find out for yourself. And the next question is, what will happen when you stop judging yourself? Let us not talk about others right now. Okay, let's really talk about ourselves. What will happen when I stop judging myself? Cool? Yes, Induji. Thank you.
Good morning, sir. Good morning. Trust you're doing great. Sir, my answer to your question, what will happen if I stop judging? That one word that kept to my mind is vacation time. My life will be a vacation. And the reason,
joy and glory, huh?
Oh, yes. And the reason why that answer popped up was how I look at judging is like coming under the radar, you know, being scanned all the time. That gives me the feeling of being, sitting for an examination, being scrutinized, being evaluated. Like I'm talking about when I'm feeling judged, that people are judging me. This is the experience I'm left with. And when I feel people won't be judging me, then I won't be in any examination. Therefore, it feels like vacation. So I think on the flip side, when I'm not judging people, I'm not having to do that scrutiny constantly, and life would be a lot better that way. Therefore,
and when you're not judging yourself, also the same thing will happen, right?
Yes. So that's what I wanted to.
Wonderful. Thank you very much. Yes, Mr. Suresh. G.
Sir G. When I stop judging myself, I'm not judging anyone. And there is a lot of allowance.
Maybe. But what will happen in your life when you stop judging yourself is what I want you to think and start trying it out from today. See, this is an instant answer, which is also very good. Try to be in a state when you are not judging yourself for 3-4 days and see what all will show up in your life.
Definitely, sir.
Best way
That
to,
will
by doing you are learning, right?
Yeah, yeah.
Like
I'll
today,
do that.
if I don't judge myself, what is going to happen? Wow, let me find out. Another way of living, new possibilities. Wow. Yeah, so please tell us tomorrow. Huh?
Yeah, sure.
Great. Abhinav ji. अभिनव जी, आपका वो नजर नहीं आ रहा है, क्या नाम है, चेहरा नूरानी चेहरा
इसमें
अब नजर आ गया। हंसता हुआ नूरानी चेहरा, काली
नूरानी चेहरा, हाँ हाँ, रंग सुनहरा। So if I am not, see, first of all, when you ask this question, what will happen if you don't judge yourself? This is not going to happen because I'm going to all the time judge myself.
I know.
But then I listen to the question carefully. The question was, if you don't judge yourself, it is like a question. If you get $10 billion, what will you do? Right. So if I stop judging myself, then every moment.
We lost your signal.
Very blissful, very What did you say?
No, beach mein you froze, so we could not hear you.
Okay. So when I don't judge myself, then every moment of my life is a blessed one. I will feel that my life is great because things go wrong when I judge myself. Even I compare myself with myself. At this situation 10 years back, I would have done much better. Now I made a stupid fool of myself. Or right now I did at this moment I did so well, and about 10 years back I made a fool of myself. So if I don't judge myself, I think every moment of my life will be great.
But something very
you're
interesting, Abhinav.
Yeah.
Little while ago, when you started talking, you made a judgment.
Yeah.
It will never happen that I'll stop judging myself. How do you know? भगवान ने बताया था आपको आके?
नहीं, no.
Then how do you know you will never stop judging yourself?
But that is what has been my past.
So that doesn't mean that will continue. No, see, I'll tell you something. This is a question. Believe me, I appreciate that you and Darshana and all are very honestly saying what you're thinking. That is why we can deal with it. See, if you are in the awareness, just awareness. Every time you judge, you should catch yourself and say, Abhinav, tu kaun hota hai judge karne wala?
Yeah.
So very soon you will find that you stop doing that.
Okay.
Anyways, what is the use? Like people give a lot of opinions. Have you noticed? Life में वो अपने राय देते रहते हैं. अरे उनकी राय से क्या फर्क पड़ता है यार?
Correct.
Similarly, when you keep judging yourself, what difference does it make? I mean, you've been judging yourself for the last 54 years. Has it made a difference?
No.
So then what's the point continuing to judge? In fact, it has limited you more and more. See, life can be that every day we are expanding to a higher level, but with our judgment, we are, making ourselves smaller and smaller. Because the more life goes on, the more judgments you are adding. So you can imagine you are a 6 foot tall fellow. Every time you judge, you are losing 2 inches of height.
Yeah.
फिर उम्र बढ़ गई, so more number of years to do more judgments. फिर थोड़ी और height बन गई. So one day you become a small little fellow. So how many people have you seen in their old age? They don't want to do anything. नहीं बस हो गया, हमसे अब कुछ नहीं हो सकता है, blah blah. Who did that to them? Themselves. So the choice is yours. You want to keep judging. It is not impossible to stop judging. Judgments will come, no doubt. That is the wiring of the mind.
Yeah.
Notice it,
Got
no?
it.
Oh, I'm judging. Invalid.
Yeah. And if you remember, so Deepak, 2 days back, when I spoke to you personally, I think the issue was I was reacting to people's judgment of me, which was
Exactly. But the worst part is, you know what? And this is, please everybody listen very carefully. When people's judgment of me matches my own judgment of me, then I feel terrible. It's a reminder ना, बुद्धू देखा लोग भी यही कह रहे हैं तेरे बारे में जो तू कहता है. It is reinforcing what you already started believing about yourself, isn't it?
Yeah. Yes.
So do you deserve this? And the beauty is that people pick it up. Okay. People pick up those vibes that when you are judging yourself and diminishing yourself, you are actually inviting people कि आओ मुझे मारो. Remember this statement. I don't know how many of you have heard this from me earlier, but I'm saying it to you now. Priya, listen. Darshana ji, everybody, please listen. The way you see yourself, the way you see yourself is the way you treat yourself. And the way you treat yourself is the way you treat others. And the way you treat others is the way they treat you. Are you getting it? The way you see yourself, जिस नजर से आप अपने आप को देखते हो, like you're judging, that's how you treat yourself, right? Suppose you are judging yourself कि I'm a useless fellow. How are you going to treat yourself? Are you going to treat yourself as this great Abhinav? No. And the way you treat yourself is the way you will treat others. And the way you treat others is the way they'll treat you. So whatever is your self-belief will always be made stronger and stronger. Is it worth it? And you can stop it by not accepting your own judgments about yourself. You willing to do that, Abhinav ji?
Yes, yes, yes.
Can I say something here?
Yes, ma'am. Why not?
Sometimes our judgments about ourselves are the results of right from childhood of other people's judgment about us.
Yes.
We take that to be our judgment.
Yeah.
And at that age, we do not know any better.
Yes.
So we accept those judgments as the truth.
Yep.
And then again, over a period of time, it actually does become the truth. And then it becomes stronger and stronger.
Yeah.
So it becomes very difficult to deviate from there.
Yes.
After so many years of being told.
Yes.
Our judgments being by ourselves.
Yep.
So now, and it is difficult to realize, but once the realization comes that it was their judgment and not our judgment, then it will become easier to get out of those judgments.
Very
because
true.
our judgments are not made by us when we are young. Our
Yes.
judgments were made by others for us.
Yep.
And we just sort of carried it on. That
Yep.
is why possibly we became very judgmental like this.
Yes, that is why I say, no, we've been judging ourselves probably since the time we were in our mother's womb. Like yesterday, Priya was sharing, the child might hear a parent saying or some auntie saying, oh, abhi se tumko tang kar rahi hai. बाद में पता नहीं क्या कर रही है, अभी तो पैदा नहीं हुई है, अभी भी तंग कर रही है. So judgments are being passed all the time. And that's what I'm trying to tell you. I was telling Abhinav also. By whose yardstick are you judging yourself? Not yours. Not God's yardstick. Only the viewpoints that was imposed on us by other people from our childhood.
Correct.
Yeah. And how invalid are they? I mean, I have seen fathers, they actually love their child and they appreciate, but the way of talking is, oh, gadhe, oh, ullu, akal nahi hai tere ko.
And we do not see the love behind it, we see the harsh words.
Yeah.
So that becomes a judgment.
If you ask them, they'll say, no, we didn't mean it. हम तो प्यार से बोल रहे थे. अरे बुद्धू इधर आना, भोलू इधर आना, गधे इधर आना. I've heard parents doing this and they don't realize how much damage they've done. Because the child believes their parents' words to be God's truth. If you ask the parents, why are you doing it? नहीं, he's such a lazy fellow. उसके सामने बोल रहे हैं. He's such a lazy fellow. If I don't push him, he will not do anything in life. Now, two negative beliefs have been put in that poor fellow's head, I'm a lazy fellow. I will never do anything unless somebody pushes me in life. So all his life, he'll be looking for people to push him. Then he will get married to a wife also who will push him. Then he will rebel against the wife. Why is she pushing me? I mean,
So you attract that kind of a thing. That's
absolutely,
right.
Absolutely. As usual, your question again opened up another possibility. Thank you very much. Where's Hasina ji? Not to be seen. Yes, Priya ji, let's not keep you waiting. What is it that you'd like to say to us this morning? Go ahead.
Good morning, everyone. I just wanted to say, like talking about judgments, yesterday I received one offer letter from university and as an assistant professor. So one judgment was, will I be able to teach? And since I have to shift to another place, will I be able to adjust? So it was a lot of doubts and the same question I asked my dad. मैं पढ़ा लूंगी ना.
But why are you
तू
asking
देखना,
me?
तूने decide करा है. You just see what, and like whole night I could not sleep because of that thought.
Very good.
Whatever I have decided, will I be able to fulfill that or not? So this was the judgment.
So are you getting it? अभी एक और judgment है इसमें आपको मालूम नहीं है. You know what is that judgment? कि वो यूनिवर्सिटी वाले गधे हैं, उनको अकल नहीं है कि उन्होंने मेरी जैसी बेवकूफ को चुन लिया इस जॉब के लिए. उनको तो अकल थोड़ी है. अगर उनको पता होता कि मैं कितनी बड़ी गधी हूं और मुझे कुछ नहीं आता है, वो मुझे कभी जॉब नहीं देते। ये आपकी सोच है।
ये वाला पहले सोचा। I mean, this time I didn't think of it.
Yeah, but have you ever thought why the university is
Somewhere
giving
it
you
might
the
be
job?
there.
Why are they giving you the job? Maybe they see something in you, no? Why don't you
No,
trust
I
that? भाई किसी ने मुझे जॉब दे दी, ठीक है, कुछ देख के ही दी होगी ना, कुछ सोच के दी होगी, फिर डाउट क्यों कर रहे हो?
हाँ, they are experienced people from it.
तो देन आपको क्या लगता है कि ऐसे ही किसी को जॉब दे देते हैं? How many applications were there for that job?
Doubt क्यों कर रहे?
How many?
हाँ?
How many applications were there for that job?
How would I know?
I mean, make a guess, yaar. 10, 20, 50, 100, 1,000, 10,000, how many?
More than 50 might be there because like they have already done one round, and for second round they are still accepting the application. So when I saw the last, it was 21, like for the second round of team there.
And out of those 21, they are giving you the offer.
I was out of other 50 which they have already considered.
Yeah. So what does it tell you?
कर लेंगे, हो जाएगा.
नहीं, मतलब कुछ तो लायक मेरे अंदर है, लायक, what do you call it? There is some capability that they have seen. If they can see my capability, why can't I see my own capability?
I also have some worth. I also have some worth, of course.
What is that?
Yeah. Also have some worth.
I'm
worth it.
Worth, yeah.
Exactly.
Take a plunge, Pierre.
So are you willing to drop your self-doubt? You know, these are counter intentions. What you're putting out. Yeah. So there are tools to deal with it. All this natak, you should have said,
Counter intention.
please say congratulations, I got a job. ऐसे क्यों बोला आपने? Everybody, congratulations to Priya, she's got a job.
I got a job, you guys can say congratulations.
When are you joining?
Congrats, Priya, congrats.
Congratulations.
Congratulations, Priya.
When are you joining?
Thank you so much for joining on.
Congrats,
1st of October. Thank you so
1st of
much.
October. And where are you relocating to?
Rajpura, Punjab.
Congratulations, you will be out of this judgmental space.
Yeah. Congratulations.
आपको आजादी ही मिल जाएगी जो आपको चाहिए.
What is your subject?
UX design faculty.
He's a designer.
Yeah. Thank you so much.
बेटी, you know, Abhinav, and उतनी ही लायक है.
And she can go to Shimla anytime. Rajpura se Shimla is nearby.
I'm planning.
You were saying something, Abhinav ji?
क्या चीज?
You had raised your hand, so do you want to say something?
मैं भूल गया.
चलो फिर म्यूट कर लो अपने आप को, भूल गया तो. Okay, who's next? Anybody else? So two things. Now, by the way,
sorry, याद आ गया. Sorry. क्योंकि जब वो पेरेंट वाली कन्वर्सेशन हो रही थी ना, नहीं मुझे याद आ गया, जब आप पेरेंट वाली कन्वर्सेशन कर रहे थे ना कि पेरेंट्स क्या बोलते हैं, तो मुझे याद है हमें नॉर्थ इंडिया में ना नजर लग जाएगी कभी वो होता है, तो क्या पेरेंट्स इसी वजह से, सॉरी आई विल स्पीक इन इंग्लिश, तो पेरेंट्स समटाइम्स डोंट से एनीथिंग गुड अबाउट देयर चिल्ड्रन बिकॉज़ दे आर वरीड कि उनको नजर लग जाएगी, एंड वी थिंक दैट वी आर नॉट गुड इनफ.
Tinkering. So the next question was this one, but I'm going to withdraw this question because I want you to think about something else. So what is it that I want to ask you to think? What I want to ask you to think is, what will happen when I stop judging myself? And please be in that question till tomorrow. And tomorrow I'll give you a new question to dwell upon. Got it? So thank you very much for your participation today. Thank you, Vetrivel. Thank you, Kunen, for handling it so well. And thank you, Rama, for not saying anything. At least you can say something now before we leave.
Yes, sir. Good morning. So judging is definitely reducing for me, judging myself and judging others. But it really is liberating and useful when I stop judging. But is it completely gone? No, it is still there.
Yeah. So what will happen when you stop judging? You start looking in your everyday life, right? Who all are you judging, including yourself? And when you stop doing that, what is going to start actually becoming possible today or tomorrow or in the afternoon? So we are not talking about some theoretical stuff here, right? What is going to practically happen in your life today when you stop judging yourself or the other person who is there in your life who is important for you? Okay. So thank you very much. And on that note, I will look forward to see all of you tomorrow morning. Have a good day. Enjoy yourself. Bye-bye. Thank you very much.